Yo, hoop fans! Your sideline sage, Tips and Upstreams, is lacing up once again. On deck, deep dives into the freshest NBA clashes, ready to set the planks ablaze. But before we jump the ball, be sure to hammer that subscribe on our YouTube channel to keep hooked with our sharp forecasts and prime selections. All right, let's bounce into today's NBA crystal ball reads. The first prediction for today is for the game between Indiana Pacers and New York Knicks. The hardwood at Madison Square Garden is ready for a showdown between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference NBA playoffs. As the curtain lifts on this crucial matchup, let's break down the storylines surrounding these two powerhouse teams. The Indiana Pacers step onto the court after an impressive first-round performance, taking down the Milwaukee Bucks in 6 games. Led by the dynamic duo of Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner, the Pacers showcased their offensive prowess, averaging 113 points per game, while shooting an impressive 47.9% from the field. Defensively, they held firm, limiting the Bucks to 110.2 points per game and capitalizing on turnovers. With a comprehensive game plan and a hunger for victory, the Pacers present a formidable challenge to any opponent. On the flip side, the New York Knicks return to familiar territory, having secured a hard-fought victory over the Philadelphia 76ers in the first round. Despite facing adversity and injuries to key players like Julius Randle, the Knicks showed resilience and determination, embodying the spirit of New York basketball. Led by the sensational Jalen Brunson and backed by a stellar defensive unit, the Knicks are ready to continue their playoff journey with renewed determination. As we delve into the stats, both teams boast impressive numbers on paper. The Pacers shine with their offensive efficiency, leading the league in scoring and field goal percentage. Meanwhile, the Knicks excel in defensive prowess, ranking among the top teams in points allowed and rebounding. In their previous encounters this season, the Pacers emerged victorious twice out of 3 meetings, demonstrating their ability to handle the challenges posed by the Knicks. However, as the game unfolds, certain factors could sway the outcome in favor of one team. The Pacers' recent struggles on the road in playoff games, following a win raise, concerns about their ability to maintain momentum away from home. Conversely, the Knicks' formidable home record and the passionate support of their fans at Madison Square Garden give them a significant edge. Injuries also play a pivotal role in shaping the outcome of this matchup. While the Pacers have managed to weather the storm with minimal casualties, the absence of key players like Julius Randle presents a challenge for the Knicks. The availability of Jericho Sims remains uncertain, adding another layer of uncertainty to New York's lineup. Several intriguing storylines emerge in this series, with the history between the teams dating back to Reggie Miller's infamous 8 points in 9 seconds at MSG. Brunson's tenure in Dallas, primarily under Rick Carlisle, raises questions about team chemistry. Both teams also feature former Raptors who have made significant impacts on their new teams, with Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby likely to face off against each other. In conclusion, the New York Knicks may have the home court advantage, but the Pacers hold value with the points. Despite New York's strong home record, the Pacers have won 3 of the last 4 games against them, including a 14-point victory in February. Additionally, the physical toll of the previous series on the Knicks players could give the fresher Pacers an edge. While I anticipate a tough series, with New York likely taking Game 1, my bet is on the Pacers to cover the 6-point spread. The last prediction for today is for the game between Minnesota Timberwolves and Denver Nuggets. The court's ready for a thrilling face-off as the Minnesota Timberwolves go head-to-head with the Denver Nuggets in a crucial Game 2 of the NBA playoffs at the Ball Arena. After the Timberwolves claimed a solid 106-99 win in Game 1, the Nuggets are under pressure to bounce back and avoid falling into a 2-0 series hole. Minnesota comes into this game riding a wave of confidence, undefeated so far in the postseason. Anthony Edwards has risen as a true star, averaging an astonishing 33.4 points per game, including 2 consecutive 40-point performances. His explosive scoring, alongside Karl Anthony Towns' inside presence and Rudy Gobert's defensive prowess, presents a significant challenge for the Nuggets. In Game 1, the Timberwolves displayed their defensive prowess, containing Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, dominating the boards and controlling the paint. Despite early difficulties, Minnesota rallied in the second half, led by Edwards' heroics and timely contributions from Mike Conley and Naz Reid off the bench. On the flip side, the Nuggets are in a tough spot, aiming to avoid a repeat of their slow start in Game 1. While Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. have been consistent offensive threats, Denver needs more from their supporting cast to counter Minnesota's balanced attack. Historical data favors the Timberwolves in various aspects. They've covered the spread in their last 7 playoff games, showing consistency and exceeding expectations. Additionally, the Nuggets have struggled against Northwest Division rivals, especially in the playoffs. Looking at the spread, the bookies have the Nuggets as 5.5-point favorites, showing confidence in their ability to respond at home. However, given the Timberwolves' form and defensive strength, they could not only cover the spread, but also secure another upset win. Regarding total points, trends suggest a defensive battle may be on the cards, with 8 of the Nuggets' last 9 playoff games falling below the total points line. However, the Timberwolves' offensive firepower, led by Edwards, could lead to a higher scoring game. In the end, the Minnesota Timberwolves seem set to continue their postseason success, backed by their strong defense and Anthony Edwards' emergence as a superstar. While the Nuggets have a solid lineup led by Jokic, they need answers to match Minnesota's relentless intensity. The Denver Nuggets might be the better team overall, but they've been slipping lately. Coach Malone might not be able to turn it around. I'm calling it. This series won't go beyond 5 games, and the Timberwolves might just snatch another win. In summary, expect the Minnesota Timberwolves not only to cover the spread, but also to come out victorious in Game 2, taking control of the series and cementing their status as serious contenders in the NBA playoffs. We have more predictions for Anthony Edwards to make more than 5.5 assists and Karl Anthony Towns to score more than 18.5 points. Anthony Edwards is poised to shine with his playmaking skills, setting up teammates left and right. On top of that, Karl Anthony Towns is expected to light up the scoreboard with his scoring prowess. The hype train around Edwards has finally pulled into the station. At just 22 years old, he's showing he's got the confidence to sink those clutch shots, even in the high-pressure playoffs. His recent 43-point performance, shooting 17 of 29, sends a clear message. The reigning champs can't contain him. Part of this is due to Jamal Murray's aching calf, leaving him struggling to keep pace with Edwards, let alone Mike Conley. Denver can't afford to bench Murray, but they're short on alternatives. Edwards also poses a challenge for Denver's defense. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope can't handle his strength, and Aaron Gordon can't match his speed. After Game 1, it's clear double-teaming Edwards is the only option, leaving Towns with more opportunities to exploit mismatches. As Denver scrambles to contain Edwards, Towns stands to benefit. If the defense focuses on Edwards, Towns will find himself with open looks, and if Denver's defense breaks down, the Timberwolves won't hesitate to find Towns for the three-pointer. Denver's defense has no answers for Edwards, and trying to contain him only opens doors for Towns. Both players are crucial scorers, with Towns demonstrating his skills in Game 1 with a quick 20 points in the third quarter alone. Edwards has been on fire lately, notching multiple 40-point games in these playoffs. But his impact goes beyond scoring, averaging close to 8 rebounds and over 6 assists per game. Betting on Edwards to surpass 5 assists and Towns to score over 18 points seems like a solid move.